welcome to Abstract Boss. So today I am going to be talking about my Geode collaboration with Petra. Now I sent her a picture and I will go ahead and show it to you here. And what we did was we took that picture and we both did our own interpretation of a geode off of that picture. So what I'm going to do is this one's actually going to be streamed live, even though it's pre-recorded. So it's something completely new with YouTube. So please, everyone who's been with me since I started this channel or has been with me for even a little bit, I would love your feedback on whether or not this is something that you enjoyed too. So the special thing about Premiere is this is going to be showing you right now live. And I will be able to comment with everyone at the same time. So instead of having to stop my live video and say, oh, wait, what did they say? What was that? I will actually be able to respond to you immediately, which seems to be extremely beneficial for me because I am a solopreneur. I don't have anyone in my studio helping me out. So that is the big thing here. We are streaming live, so I'm kind of just allowing people to come on in now, and I will be communicating with you in the comment section. So if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I am right there with you. It won't be responding live in the video because again, this is pre-recorded, but I will respond to you in the comments section and we can chit chat and hang out, have a glass of wine, and enjoy watching the Geode collaboration with Petra. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Again, let me know what you guys think of this whole experience once it's all over, and let's get to it. One more quick thing. After that intro, you're probably wondering, who's Petra? Some of you guys know who Petra is. If you guys jump on my lives and talk in the chats, she tries to jump on there too. But if you have not heard of her, I will go ahead and link her video in the description below. You guys have to check out her work. Her geodes are fantastic. She does some amazing freeform geodes. So if you guys have ever wanted to venture into those areas, definitely check out her channel. Her work is phenomenal. So I'm the one who decided to reach out to her because I just thought, you know what, this will be so cool to see how two completely different artists will interpret the same image. So let's get to it. I started off by painting my wood piece in the shape that I wanted my geode to be. And then the rest of it, I sort of just left open. I was kind of hoping the resin would do the same thing as the purple geode and seep into the wood a little bit. But I think because this is the geode that I did right after the purple, but with the same batch of resin, I think that it was just too thick. And so it wasn't really going to go down. So I just started by laying the gray in all the open spaces. And then I would take my glove, and to give it like a texture appeal, I would just push down on the resin and allow it to come to the black that I've already painted. And then take the finger and sort of push the resin over the side to cover the edges. On this big section, what I wanted to do was give it somewhat of a transparent effect, but again, the resin didn't sink down like I had wanted it to. So the best way to sort of control your resin, honestly, is doing it like this with the thick resin because it's not going to run all over the place like when you first mix it up. So for any of the beginners especially, working with resin is very tough if it has a long working time and you're rushing whatever you're doing as soon as you mix it up. So if it has a long working time, don't be afraid of it. Just work with it,
feel it. I mean, go all hippie on it. Just kidding. But literally, just make sure that you're not rushing, because that's the biggest thing. When you have a long working time, it might seem short because you hear 45 minutes and that seems so quick. But I mean, really, when you're in the process of making these geodes, it is a lot of time. You can see here, I realized the resin was not going to seep through. So I just decided to make it a slightly darker gray, and I'll eventually add black and whatnot. But I just thought that the wood color didn't allow the color that I wanted. You guys seen the picture from the introduction, so it just wasn't the same as what I was going for with the inspiration from it. So I left a couple spots that would sort of appear through, and that was it. Now on the picture, it did look like there was a line of rose gold type color, and so I wanted to bring in both the rose gold and the gold leaf. So the rose gold, just be super careful when you're trying to get a straight line. You want to make sure that you're actually putting lines of the leafing versus chunks of it like I normally do, and that'll make a huge difference. The reason I'm doing this before pouring the black resin is because I think that's really going to help with spreading out, and then also kind of maintaining that black from spreading into this section. So that's kind of why I was doing it. I was sort of building up a barrier of the leafing to be able to prevent it from going in to the areas that I wanted to actually keep apart.
Strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning, like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way, and so
I realized that the stonish look on the picture was a lot lighter. And so what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little bit of white right on top of the gray. And I'm going to use the same technique with just using my glove to push down on the resin to mix it all together and give it that textured appeal.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, I wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, driving narrow streets in a rusty car, leading to the sea, think we're getting close. We should take a pic, baby, strike a pose. I remember every day that I spent right here with you. Yeah, you are the one who makes me feel as good as I do. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa,
Now for the black, yay! So this is when the things really start to pull together. I added a little of the leafing onto the other side that I wanted to also try to keep the black from getting to, just to kind of give it a little bit of depth. And then now I'm just pouring the black in the black areas. And I'm going to use my glove to push it around so that way it goes right up to that rose gold leafing and right up to that gray. But I do want you guys to know that this is the resin that is not freshly mixed. It's been, already used. I've been agitating it, but it's towards the end of its working time. So it is a lot thicker than when I first mix it.
You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. got me sleep deprived.
Now that I've gotten the black all throughout the geode, what I'm trying to do now is just take a little bit of the black, because I ran out of the black in my cup, from the middle, and I'm trying to add it into this little extra section just to give it the depth appearance that the picture had. So wherever you're going to have black, it's going to look deeper, just like if you think of the ocean. You know, where the ocean is darker, it's getting deeper. So if ever you're trying to create depth in your pieces, utilize black. And if you're trying to create less depth, make them lighter. So just kind of a nice little trick for you there.
Your body wrapped around me, good and strange. You got me looked upon it, you and me. Got me loose in sleep, I am in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Loose in sleep, I am in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived. You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Up to knock them down, it's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am adding the gold leaf just like I do with all of my other geodes, and I'm trying to place it somewhat in the same way that the gold was laid out in that beautiful rock. And then I'm going to take my popsicle stick, just like I do on my other geodes, and I'm just going to crush it into the resin so that way it sits in it and doesn't have any straight lines, and it looks very textured. I love the way that the gold leafing acts on top of the wet resin versus just attaching it to the resin once the resin's cured. This is a little tricky, so if you're struggling with this, I highly recommend not doing it on a big project until you understand it a little bit more, and that will help you out. It took me a few times to really get it and understand it. So different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this right. I'm taking that same white that I added to the gray and I'm just dragging it with my popsicle stick through the geode. I just want it to be nice and abstract of a line. I don't want perfect paint lines, so that's why I'm sort of like mixing it into the tackiness of the geode or the black resin, because I don't want it to be perfect. So just drag the paint through there and make sure that the resin comes back together, though. Usually it does, but when it's towards the end of its working time, it's a little bit more finicky.
Not pretending anymore. I'm damaging your ego. Let go of me for your inner peace.
And I'm adding a little bit more gold leaf. I realized I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, and I'm dragging the resin over top of the gold leaf just to give it the appearance of it being set within that stone. And I'm trying to scrape aside some of the black within that hollowness to give it the transparency. As you guys can see, there was a lot going on in this geode, and it was a pretty difficult task. So I think that it turned out pretty cool. It wasn't like I had anticipated, but I do still really enjoy this piece. So make sure you guys let me know what you think of this. I'm going to link Petra's video right underneath this video, but I'm also going to put it in the comments as soon as I can get that link. So make sure you guys go and check out her video as well, because I know, because she sent me a picture, that her project is amazing as well. And she is going to have some great tips to give you throughout. She always has some really good insight working with resin. So definitely check her out. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
All right, so that's it. That's the end of our live stream. Please let me know what you guys were thinking. Let's keep chatting. I absolutely enjoyed this. How do I know? because I already know. I enjoy everything that I get to do with art. So I already know that I'm going to enjoy this, all right? So if you guys enjoyed it too, please give me a thumbs up. If you are brand new, thank you. Welcome to the Boss family. Please don't forget to push that bell so you don't forget to be notified, or you don't... so you get notified every time I have a new video, and you can join in on the fun as well. All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll continue to answer questions in the comments over on the side until we are finished with our convo, and I will catch you guys next time.